Hello and welcome to another episode of Binding Roll, where we play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons in the world of the 9th Age. If you're unfamiliar with the 9th Age, it is a rank and flake tabletop war game that I play all the time and that this YouTube channel is dedicated to. If you're interested in that, click the link in the description below. It'll take you directly to the website. It is a community-built game, so all the rules are free and you can use any model you want. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. But we are not playing 9th Age this evening. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons, and we will get right into the fun right after the intro video.
No one in this world can you trust. Not men, not women, not beasts. This you can trust.
Welcome back. Already in the chat, we have Warrior Romp returning from last week. Thanks for joining us, Warrior. Whew, we're back. It's another week. I want to talk to you boys about last week. I was trying to work in situations where individuals will level up based upon the events in the campaign. I did that for Sam. I feel like I didn't do it well enough. I want to do better. I want a second chance. Sam, do you mind? Do you mind if I take back your level and give it to you later?
Yes, that's fine. I want the experience to be fulfilling on all ends.
All right, do over.
Do over. Thank you.
That's so good.
I appreciate it. So on that note, no one has leveled, but we will talk about what we're drinking this evening. I drank this a couple streams ago. Maku. It's a rice beer from Korea. It's from the what's the Korean grocery store?
H-Mart.
H-Mart. Thank you. There's an H-Mart very close to me in my neighborhood, and I go there every once in a while. And I got this rice beer, and as everyone knows, I'm moving to New York very soon, so I've been like slowly drinking all the beer in my fridge. And this was just sitting in the back corner, so I'm gonna drink it tonight. But let's start with Sunset. What are you drinking this evening?
Muted.
You're muted. Yeah.
You muted.
Oh, sorry. Something pink and way too sweet. It's just Mountain Dew.
Just Mountain Dew. Nothing wrong with that. Do the do, Sunset. Load.
It's the classic D&D experience, right? Cheetos. Just need the Cheetos. And
Oh, and also, anyone who's watching, we had a little bit of a late start today because we filmed, the 5 of us filmed a trailer reaction to the new D&D movie that just dropped at San Diego Comic-Con last weekend. That'll be up probably this evening or tomorrow morning on the channel. Check it out and let me know what you think. But, Load, what you drinking?
So that video is just us making a bunch of shitty jokes over the trailer, but it was fun. So I am drinking same thing I had last week, the Evo Amber Ale from Wasatch Brewing here in Salt Lake. Try and get that tasty sound effect again.
Oh, it's so fresh. So fresh.
What microphone do you have?
I have the same one that Kenyon has.
Yeah, he was looking for a microphone and he recommended this is the Elgato Wave 3. And it has done very well for me, and it's doing obviously very well for Load.
Still
Apparently. I almost never hear it, but apparently it works.
It's no SM7B.
Well, yeah, it's also like less than $100, I think. So
Yes, it's not, and we don't need like a whole setup to like
industry
plug a board into it. Yeah.
like well, you know. All right, well.
Yeah.
All right, Sam.
Sorry.
Sam, what you sipping? What you sipping, Sam?
Crack a beer, compare.
I don't have any
do.
canned beer.
Next
Oh,
It's all bottles.
We have 100 cans in our fridge.
Yeah, I do.
week, the meadow. Again.
the meadow. Fort George, is that Oregon?
Astoria, Oregon.
Assume.
Good stuff.
And lastly, Erky, what you got?
Aloha Sculpin from Dallas Point.
There we go.
Brewery.
There's some San Diego beer. I love it. I love it. So just to point out to anyone who's watching, we are still looking for our first beer sponsor because, you know, that's what we need. But it still hasn't arrived yet.
Any day now.
Any day, some brewery is gonna contact me. We love your show, man. Please put our beer on your show. Okay, let's recap. So as we all know, the four adventurers are traveling from Cantamont to Varentia. Actually, no, let me bring up the good old map here so everyone knows what we're doing. This is the travel path. From Cantamont through the ocean, you had some action along the ocean. You finally made it to Varentia. You shipwrecked on the beach of Varentia. You eventually made it north towards your ultimate destination, which was Aqua Dulce. But you ended up on a farm with a very evil dread elf named Robert E. Lee. And you took care of him and his minions and his slaves all in one. And since then, since the action has died down, you defeated Robert, and you are now exploring his plantation. Let's just call it a plantation because that's what it is. And you discovered a dryad that was transplanted there and created his own small grove of sylvan trees. And you interacted with him, but that's kind of the last where we left off. All the orcs and goblins which were enslaved in this plantation were freed by you, and they
Or killed.
Well, I'm sorry, the survivors.
Not a form of freedom?
The survivors were freed, and they ran off into. They shed all of the garments that they were wearing, and they ran off into the jungle. And with that, we are on to what the four of you would like to do. We are now in probably still around noon. This battle began in the morning time, so let's just call it around noonish. The sun is high, the bugs are buzzing, the humidity is at 100% here in Varentia. What would anyone like to do?
Well, I mean, I got this ring of keys.
And we have a few more buildings.
Let's
to
go
explore.
house raiding.
Loot.
Let's start with the big house and move on from there.
All right. So you head up into the big house from the main entry. This is a grand big house, painted white, wraparound porch, steepled roof, American South to the max. As you enter the main room, this is the grand foyer. There's a winding staircase that goes up the center of the room and then branches out with a big stained glass window at the top of the stair. Beautiful, clean, red carpets, wood paneling on the walls. Stunning, but it is deserted. If I'm assuming everyone is going in, I'm assuming everyone is searching. I need everyone to give me an investigation check.
Oh, +9. Nice.
Bing. 13.
Well, man, is it? Hold on. It's not showing your rolls on this yet. Hold on. Let's see here.
Hit my 25. That looks like I'm 25.
I see my 13.
There we go. I can see it now. Perfect. Oh boy. Okay. Erky got a 25. Lode got a 13.
Well-
Sam got a 6. Sam, I'm just gonna prepare for this right now. Sam, you don't find anything, but you
Not
find
even
one thing.
forced.
In the kitchen, you find one carafe of red wine,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sam finds the booze.
which
And
distracts
nothing else.
you, and that's like you find that, and then you can't move on. There's just nothing beyond that for you. Sunset, what did you roll?
12.
12. Okay. Let's see here. Urki, searching through the house, you enter. Let's say load. No, load found this. Okay, load. As you're searching through the house, you eventually find. Basically, it looks like a study, an office, on the second floor.
Okay.
On the desk, you find a number of documents.
Boring.
On them, you find a name that you have seen before. 1 second here, 1 second here. You find legal documents that are entitled with both Robert E. Lee and a general agreement between Robert E. Lee and the North Tafrian Trading Company. I need you to give me straight intelligence check.
Oh, this will be good.
Yeah.
That is
You-
a 5.
Nice.
You read the agreement of the two parties, and beyond that, it turns into legal babble for you.
This is so damn boring. Sunset. Sunset.
Okay, Urki travels into. Actually, hold. Oh, whoa. We went a little too fast there, boys. We went a little too fast there. Load. In
Yes,
the
sir.
office, in one of the drawers, you find a number of jewels in a like a display case like kind of thing with a gold necklace and gold bracelets are in there,
Now we're talking.
kind of encrusted with diamonds. And also in that case you also find 1,000 gold. 1000. On to Urki, the roller of a 25. You end up in what looks like let's call it the salon. There's a chaise lounge, the fainting couch for the women kind of situation. Red felt embroidered armchairs. There's a big fireplace. There's no fire lit in it, but there's a big fireplace with brass pokers and like a brass screen in front of it. And above the fireplace is a large painting of Robert E. Lee standing with his foot up on a rock, looking off into the distance heroically with one hand in his collar. He's also, ironically, wearing the same suit he was wearing before, finely tailored tan, like camel long suit with that flat-brimmed hat, large flat-brimmed hat. On both sides of the fireplace are basically built-in bookshelves with numerous books, and as you're going through the books and you're searching one by one, you find some interesting books. First off, you find the one book of interest that you find is a book about civil engineering in the world of the Dread Elves and how they build their cities and how they build their large buildings. But as you're going through and you're checking all these books and lightly brushing your fingers on the books that interest you, you're like, oh, that's interesting, point at it. You push on one book and it's actually it's a book about the history of the winged creatures of Varentia. Going through what you're assuming, you're going through all the birds, all of the pterodactyls, all of the monsters of Varentia, and the things that take flight. And as you push it,
Start the list.
what was that?
start my list like Audubon Society. It's like check it off. That's my new quest.
And as
Bird
you lightly tap it, it shifts backwards, but not like a normal book would. It's much lighter. It goes back very easily. And as you tap it, you hear a click. And with that, nothing else happens. And with that, we will jump over to Sam. Sam, you found the wine in the kitchen. What do you want to do?
Attaboy.
Oh gosh, wine. What do I do with wine?
I know this one.
Drink it. Drink it.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, it's fortified.
13.
12. 13. Yeah, that.
You taste this wine. It is you are definitely not a connoisseur of fine wines in the world of the Ninth Age or Varentia, but this is pretty good stuff. Makes you happy.
All right.
Smooth taste, nice floral finish. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Give me one more perception check. As you're searching on,
Red wine.
you drink the whole carafe. You drink the whole carafe first off, and as you're doing this, you realize there is in the back, in like the servant's kitchen, which is the back portion of the main kitchen. You realize there's a small stairwell that's kind of cramped in the corner. It's hard to see when you're first walking into the kitchen, but this winding stairwell goes down, and you realize, this is a wine cellar.
Ooh. Favorite kind of cellar.
Now we're talking.
And with that, we will head over to Sunset. Remind me what you rolled.
12.
12. You end up going upstairs into the multiple bedrooms of this house, and this is a large house, so there's half dozen bedrooms, 6, 7 maybe. But you end up in the end of the hallway at the master bedroom. This is Robert E. Lee's sanctuary, shall we say. As you enter, it's double wood doors into this bedroom. In the center, there's a, like the 3-columned bed or 4-columned bed with drapery draped above it. And you realize that on the wardrobe, no, it's not a wardrobe, the counter of the side table, you find basically 4 copies of the mask Robert was wearing when you fought him, and you picked up the mask when he dropped. These 4 golden masks of a dread elf head down to the nose, and then tentacles like a kraken coming out and reaching about 5-6 inches below where the chin would be, but each one's slightly different. One has inlaid like indigo tile placed upon the side of the mask. One has silver inlay, and one has much smaller tentacles that kind of reach just slightly down, and this one has a mouth that's open and gaping.
Are they marked Monday through Friday?
Well, there's only 4 of them total, so.
Well, we have one. And
No,
then
4 plus the one you picked off of him. 5.
Oh, there.
Takes
Okay,
the
there are
weekends
5.
off,
There are
and then
5.
he's
Okay.
Got a mask for every day of the week.
It's for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's.
It's the weekend mask.
Well, it's the weekend masks, and it's geared for costume changes. You're classy enough to excuse yourself in the middle of a party and go change.
Yeah. I'm sure he throws
J-Lo.
masquerades, like masked parties, And this is
Yeah,
for
so Friday's the short day because obviously you're working most of Friday, but you've got Friday night and you get all of Saturday and all of Sunday. Halfway through those days, change up.
Keep them guessing. I like it.
Yeah.
This episode isn't inspired by Eyes Wide Shut, is it?
No.
there are no black cloaks and white masks and naked women. There's just the gold masks.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm on the right page.
All right, with all of that information I just dumped out there, who wants to go first with where they are? Or if you guys want to go through something together, you can say, I'm going to go meet up with Erky, or I'm going to go meet up with Sam or something. Just let me know how you want to approach all of these situations.
Stay away from my wine.
So I'm gonna obviously take the box with the gold and the gems, clearly. But I'm also going to take the documents. Like, I don't know what the hell they mean, but somebody might. So I'm just gonna bring them with me, and show them to Erky and Sunset. And then I'm gonna go find.
Who do you want to show?
Closest to me.
Who do you want to show it to first, Erky or Sunset?
Who do I find first?
Let's
'Cause
see.
it probably would just be whichever of those two I run into first.
You're in the office.
However you envision this.
You would run into Erky first in the No, Erky's in the office. Yeah.
I was in the office.
No, Erky's in the salon. Erky's in the salon. You are gonna meet Erky first if you so desire.
Okay. Well, then I would, if I see Erky like through the door, I would. Run up
Okay,
and
as
show her
you
stuff.
you don't really have any pockets big enough to hold these things, but you close the jewelry
The box
case
under my arm.
and you got the box underneath your arm, and you got rolls of documents underneath your other arm, kind of waddling down the hallway. And as you turn the corner, you see Erky staring, touching one of the books on this bookshelf in the salon. Erky, what would you like to do in this moment?
He's entering the room. I can hear him bumbling around.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a bunch of stuff for you to look at.
Stop! There was a switch. Might be a trap. Don't move.
Leave you alone for 5 minutes.
Give me a minute. This could be good. All
I'm
right.
gonna slowly back out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Erky, what do you want to do exactly?
Okay, so I pushed the book forward. There was a click, but there was nothing else happened. It's not like the bookcase moved or anything.
No, currently, no. You when you're pushing it, you didn't like get to the end of a button and it stops. There's still more give there if you so desire. But you hear clicking.
Oh, well. I'm gonna put all of my 48 pounds into that. Just push straight out.
Do it.
All right, as you push into the book, you hear more clicking, click, 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 and then it stops, like, tink. And for a second, there's no sound. And then you hear stone upon stone being moved. And this stone fireplace, which was, encased, bordered in wood, starts to turn. There's no fire in it, which is nice. But it swings open on a hinge, and there is a small space, roughly 1'18" wide, maybe 2 feet wide, that opens up in the side. There's a secret passage. It's pitch black in there.
Cool. All right. Secret passage, but not up in 15 minutes. Do something.
Is it only big enough for Erky to go through?
You could fit through it.
Okay, let's at least tell.
Well, you can fit.
Sunset
you can fit through it without holding on to that jewelry case and the documents you're holding.
Well, right. I would put that down on, I'm assuming there's some sort of table in the salon.
Yes.
Put that down. I'll kind of put the box down and then I'll dump the documents kind of on top of it. So it's not like obvious that there's a thing so Sam doesn't come up and steal it. But back in character, we should at least tell Sunset. Well, I'll say to her what you just said to me, and we'll both go down there, because Sunset's not going to fit, I don't think. So I'll run out into the hall and yell, Sunset! We're going down a passage!
Question one, Urki, are you waiting, are you going?
Lighting the torch, because I guess I have dark vision, but a torch still helps. Right?
Okay.
Never
So you're not going on yet.
Still only like light amplification. So no, haven't gone rushing in yet. Probably want to check out for traps and such, because
Okay, give me an investigation check then. You light the torch. What you see is a like in like ancient castles, how like the turrets have the winding stairwells that are like it's a sheer turn going down there. It's that situation going down, and you're on the first floor. So this is obviously going to a basement of some sort. You rolled a 27 on your investigation. No traps. From your knowledge of traps, there's no trip wires. There's no mechanism you have to pull to get in there. The only mechanism that needs to happen is the one you already did through the book, and there was no trap there. Sunset, as you're looking through these 4 or 5 masks, looking at the differences, you hear Load from downstairs yelling for you. What do you want to do?
Well, first I'd like to get the description of the 4th mask I found. I got the small tentacles, gaping mouth, the silver inlay, and the teal tiling along the side. What was the last one?
The last one is the same inlay as the what I say is teal tiles.
Yeah.
But it's obsidian.
Okay, so obsidian inlay or obsidian tiling or obsidian. Okay, obsidian tiling. Okay.
And the one you got off of the body of Robert is just straight gold.
Okay.
Straight gold, homie. Can we all fit down this passage? You said it's only 18 inches wide. Is it like full height?
No. The height of the mantle on the top of the fireplace is roughly 4 feet. So I'm saying Load, Urki, Sam can easily go down there. Sunsets, you're gonna have to do some body contortion to get through this doorway.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Can make you smaller.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless somebody wants to
Big
make me
goblin.
smaller. But that would take up a concentration slot. Well, if you take up your concentration. then-
Yeah, I mean, you could suddenly become normal size at an awkward moment.
Yeah,
And
Hit
you
your head.
really get stuck.
that would be bad. So, I mean, I'll stash the masks in my pack and go find out what people are yelling about.
Okay. So you stash the masks. You have all 5 masks. They kind of, they stack into each other like stacking chairs kind of situation. So they come down to a pretty small size. It's not a whole lot of inventory space.
They actually like fit together like
No, I'm just no. I don't.
in almost a Russian nesting doll kind of thing.
No. I didn't mean it like it was some sort of weird, meaningful thing. It's just they fit together pretty well, like masks, like regular masks fit together well. And you head out and you follow the sound of Load and you meet Load in front of the salon, and you can see inside Urki with a lit torch, staring down this dark hallway that's on the side of the fireplace that has been shifted out of the wall. And with that, Sam, did you decide to go down those stairs?
To the wine cellar?
Mm-hmm.
That was already in the wine cellar.
Oh.
For a while.
So previously when you went down in the wine cellar, this is a dark room. It's damp. It's no light, but you have a dark vision. So there are rows upon rows upon rows upon rows of unmarked bottles of wine, like no label on them. The majority of them have like dust collected on them. They've been there for a super long time. I need you to give me an investigation check.
Okie dokie. 11.
Okay. This, you recognize these bottles as wine bottles, obviously. 11. Near the back, what seems like the oldest wine in there, you recognize as what's the right word here? I'm gonna make this up off the top of my head. It's Celestian Wine Vineyards, which you recognize as one of the ancient vineyards in the Empire of Sonstal. This vineyard, as far as you know, doesn't exist anymore. You think two things. One, this is a very expensive bottle of wine, and you also realize it's special, very rare.
I like special. Let's see what this ancient Celestian wine tastes like. I look pretty good.
Oh boy.
If not, I got other options too.
So do you just go straight for the oldest wine?
Well, yeah. Older is gooder, right?
Okay. Crack it
That's what I
open. As you open it, you get a whiff of a kind of acrid, old smell, like maybe wine that has been saved too long. And as you take a sip,
That's possible.
I need you to give me a is an Arcana saving throw a thing?
No.
It would be a intelligence saving throw if you wanted to do that, because Arcana's governed by int.
Will you just do an
But,
intelligence?
That's good,
Okay.
right?
That was an int save, so
It's really good.
Yeah.
on par with
You
your
sip
wisdom
this
saving
wine,
throw.
and as you sip it, it tastes somewhere between vinegar, like spoiled wine, and blood. Like a mixture of those two things.
Man, the
Is it
drinks in this
alcoholic?
place are disappointing.
Is it at least alcoholic?
Yeah, it still has an alcoholic effect on you. There is still alcohol in there.
Oh, then what's the problem?
The horrible blood curse. I assume.
And with that, yeah, you're just feeling good. You, like, how do I say this? You are an alcoholic. And this is the point where the alcoholic has two drinks and has no ability to go on to the third, fourth, fifth, sixth drink. What would you like to do? As a matter of fact, you can think about what you're gonna do. Back to the three guys in the salon. What do y'all want to do next?
2 girls and a guy.
Yeah.
Two girls and a guy, my
I'm gonna
bad.
use
Hey.
level 1
Yeah.
slot
Yeah,
to
you know,
Anyway.
2
create a
girls and a
cannon.
guy.
Moving on.
So I'm gonna create a cannon and let that precede me down the stairs.
Okay. Then you're going down. You're going down after it.
Going down after it.
Okay.
And hopefully
I will follow.
it will attack it first.
You will follow Sunset. Are you going through this passage, or
Oh
just
no, I'm not going. I'm not going with them. I
Okay.
clearly can't fit, and
okay? Erky and
Hopefully
Load.
we'll be back soon.
As you're going down this turret stairwell, going down, you start to realize this is. It's not just going to a basement level. It's probably going past that to like if you're in a tall building in a second basement level, the basement below the basement kind of situation. As you're going down, you're going down. You finally reach a landing that's pointing back into the center of the house. And in there, as you step past the threshold, Erky, this does not happen for your construct. It happens for you, to be specific.
Okay.
It steps past that threshold. 4 torches spread out through the room, burst to life. The room lights up, and you are met by, a very, very peculiar sight. Actually, some of these things you recognize as the room in season 1 of Binding Roll. You went into the house of the Doer sisters, and Blanche. It was Blanche. Blanche's room was adorned with items of a pleasure sense. This room is adorned with those items on both sides. But previously there were items to satisfy a female, and also there's items here to satisfy the male variety. And at the end of the room, there is what looks like a rack, like a pallet.
Fingers crossed.
A pallet, like a wood structure with cross members that's leaned up against the back wall. There are chains and handcuffs coming down from the top and bottom corners, and strapped to that rack, let's call it a rack, is
appropriate term.
The Duchess, season over.
done over. No, the Duchess is. Ooh, that's
I was gonna say probably Marguerite.
No, there was no time for Marguerite to make it there. There is a woman who's covered basically by a sheet. This is a human. She is very tall for a human, broad-shouldered, strong, muscular woman. She is merely covered by a single sheet that's draped over her one shoulder and across her chest and over her torso. And she has long blonde hair that's been pushed forward and is covering her whole face, and she looks like she is unconscious. I need Erky and Load to give me an investigation check.
If I don't want to look that closely.
Too late, you already did.
Erky sees it all.
That's my cue to go.
A 10. I'm blissfully ignorant.
Like any red-blooded male, your eyes are focused on
Come on, man.
things that are obvious there. And but Erky, you notice a few things. First off, these are definitely trappings of I forgot the name, but the dark god of lust. These are trappings of that dark god. You also find
Sibaresh?
Sibaresh. Thank you, Sibaresh. You also find coins scattered on the countertop, all of them with the Order of the Crow on them.
Oh, a bunch of Order Pro coins, and they were so rare before. I've just got piles of this.
Yep, 5. Yep,
You get
5.
to all the cool clubs now.
5.
Alright, we're gonna instead of I'm not gonna go to the coins, I'll go to the bound person to assess their health.
All right, give me medicine check.
+0. 7.
You approach her slowly, say like, hey, hello. No response. You put your hand on her shoulder, you give her a little shake. No response.
Is there a bucket of water nearby?
There is not a bucket of water. You could possibly go to the kitchen and get that, but they're not here.
Don't you have your jug?
What?
Don't you have your jug?
Yes,
Just
we do. Do we have a vessel, a bucket? Empty, perhaps?
It's like
Actually, yeah. I'm not tall enough. Larry's gonna have to help me. I can't reach that high. I can't get it above. But I can pour.
You could embiggen yourself.
fair enough. That seems like a waste of a spell slot.
Okay. So, but I'll let you choose. We have soy sauce, mayonnaise, and salt water, regular water, fresh water. I suggest fresh water, but if you prefer beer,
Let's go with fresh water for now.
Okay.
I was for sure you just thought you were gonna say soy sauce because that is the most random like liquid that,
Mayonnaise
like
seems rather appropriate in this situation.
mayonnaise is a little too sexual maybe. The soy sauce. All right, Turkey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm handing my alchemy jug to Load. Load, use the dark blue slot. Not.
Are you trying to like
Got it.
spray it on her? You're trying to pour the liquid on her head. Because Load is
Oh, right.
very
She's like on the wall, right?
and Load is like she's on the wall. She's much taller than you.
Yeah, but Load's doing it. I'm having.
Yeah, but Load's a dwarf. Load's a dwarf.
Right.
Load's a dwarf.
All right, Load, can I sit on your shoulders? I gotta do a thing.
Definitely.
All right, so you do a circus act and you pour, let's say, salt water on her face.
Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Fresh water.
You
Let
don't
me
get
just
to pick.
let me just see here. Yeah, she remains unconscious. With that, we'll jump back to Sunset. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll go back to Sunset. What do you want to do when they go down the stairs?
I mean, I can't fit down there. They're probably fine. I'm gonna go looting in the rest of the house.
There's a bunch of books right in front of you.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, go looting.
I'm a bit more interested in going back to the master bedroom and seeing if I can find any documentation on the masks.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Oh boy. 9.
Okay, the first thing you notice, there is a large box and a collection of documents that were left in the salon.
Oh, I did specifically say I wanted to go back to the.
Okay. I mean,
Master bedroom.
on the way out the door, you do notice the stuff that you notice that Load set it down. You go back to the master bedroom. You root around in all of the drawers of the cabinets, of the dresser, all that. You find a number of other sets of fine suits. Let's say you find 4 different suits. One is a suit can actually 100% Kraken hide. One you find is straight up Prince from Purple Rain, purple velvet with frilly lace collars and cuffs. Like,
So historically speaking, purple was a valuable color.
because it was
That
a hard,
hold
yeah.
true in this setting as well.
It's a pimp suit, of course. Of course it is.
I don't know. That's a good question. I say not particularly.
Okay, it's kind of what I felt. I just wanted to double check.
Depends on who you try selling it to.
This is true.
You find another camel like tan suit, and you find a black suit. All of them in basically the same style, except for the prince suit, which has the white lace cuffs and collar, but all in the same style. The long jacket down to the mid thigh, a pretty close cut trousers. That sense. You also go through all the side tables and you collect a total of 500 gold. 500.
Okay.
All right, so you're going through that stuff. Sam, as you're continuing to look around the wine cellar, you find more wines. You may sip a few here and there. As you on your maybe fifth or sixth bottle of wine, you take a sip of this one, and a voice in the back of your head says, I do love wine.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Damn it.
It's great.
You were right.
What's your favorite?
You say that, you ask that question, no response.
Yeah, hard to choose for so many. Well, let's just keep going. See what we find next.
Just keep drinking, Jesus Christ. Give me a do you want to attempt to stop drinking, is the question.
Not now.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
He's already making new friends.
Yeah.
21. You keep going. You are like, if someone saw you right now, you'd be visibly drunk, but you are still standing.
Nat 20.
Yeah, it
even.
was.
Like you,
Nope.
like if someone saw you, you'd be slurring your words, and you are definitely getting drunk. But you are like miraculously like sturdy and sure-footed, and you're like flipping up a bottle and catching it and then pouring a glass and then flipping it again, catching it behind your back and then setting it down. You're doing like Tom Cruise and Cocktail. Like you're going at it.
And no one's there to see it.
No one's there to see it.
He's in his element. He's in his
Yeah, my
element.
friend.
He trained his entire life for this.
You're straight up Tom Cruise, and you guys know the movie Cocktail. It's a classic.
Yep.
You are like doing like you're doing
Only
like
like as a meme, though. I don't think I've ever actually seen
Yeah, I don't think I've
Okay.
seen it either.
the bartender
aside,
meme.
small aside, you have to watch this movie. It's ridiculously 80s movie. I love it. But you're like doing like, when you go to, I don't know, what's a bar that does like a a show behind the bar when they're mixing your drinks, where they flip the bottle up of tequila and then grab it and then pour the drink and then pour it behind their back, doing that stuff. That's Sam's just like you're just like falling into the rhythm and like doing that without hesitation.
He could teach a master class on it, but only in this particular state.
It's true.
If he were any more sober, maybe if he were more drunk, but if he were any more sober, it wouldn't happen.
All right, so let's jump back to Urki and Load.
I will try to cast a level 1 healing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Warrior Womp just said a great thing. The Benihana bar. Have you guys ever been to a Benihana?
Oh, yeah.
That's what Sam's doing. Great call, Warrior Womp. Thank you.
Want to see the shrimp trick.
That is definitely our boy.
Do the volcano. Wait, no,
Volcano.
don't do the volcano.
The wine cellar just blows up.
No, I imagine that would just be profuse vomiting straight up.
Refill.
All right.
Do it again.
I still think Sam should have like advantage again on con saves against booze of any kind.
He's already rolling well enough. Don't worry about him.
Right. I didn't have to say it, but I still think that.
So, Erky and Load, what is your next decision?
Should we try
That's a
beer
level
this
one.
time?
What? I'm gonna try. Maybe they're at 0 HP, so I'll give them a couple. See if that helps.
You can do a cure
So,
wounds.
Cure wounds. Yeah. So
Okay.
9 HP.
So you run your hands across her face, and you
I saw that. You better
Jesus.
say face.
and you say the words of the spell, and after a half second after you do that, she starts to move a little bit, and she lifts up her head, and with a bestial growl, she pulls at the restraints of the rack and screams at you in a guttural voice, just like a bear's, like a call of the wild. And through those words, the only really words you get out of her is stay away from me. Like, what are you?
Inside voice. Inside voice. Easy. And what? He's awake.
Way to go, it worked.
Cool.
We mean you no harm. We killed the resident of this house, the owner. I don't know if that means anything to you. Does she react to that? When I tell her Lee is dead, and we mean her no harm.
Give me I guess it would be a persuasion check. You're trying to calm her down, so give me a persuasion check.
Probably. I am trying to persuade her to chill. So a 12.
All right. When she comes out of her sleep, she's yelling and screaming, but then as you say words for her to calm down, she kind of realizes that what's in front of her is not what she was expecting. She now sees Erky and Load in front of her. She calms down, and goodness, I really want to do like a Swedish accent right now, but I don't think I can do a Swedish accent. Like, let's.
Use a Swedish chef as your inspiration.
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, the only Swedish accent is
Then we
the
need
Swedish chef
subtitles,
and the
yeah.
Muppets, and I'm like, Borga 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 Borg. Like, I gotta like.
How do you even know if you're trying to do a Swedish accent if you don't know what it sounds like?
Or like a
the
Nordic
end of,
accent.
It doesn't matter. I've known a couple of these Swedish people. I'm not sure if the correct terminology is beyond that.
Swedes.
It honestly doesn't sound that much different.
Yeah. She says, "Oh, who are you, and what are you doing here?"
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I pushed the book. We came down these stairs and we found you here. What are you doing down here?
What are you waiting for?
You
Release
don't
me.
look very comfortable.
What are you waiting for? Release me.
Well, we were waiting for you to stop screaming in rage. Now that you're done with that, if we let you out, will you be calm?
Yes, I will be calm. I just want to be free.
Just a quick insight check on that. Never mind, I rolled a 6. I'll free her anyways, I think.
Yeah, you
What?
restrain her, and she her wrists first, and she brings them back, and she starts rubbing her wrists, and she says, thank you for freeing me. What can I do for you?"
I mean, I don't know precisely why you're here, but I mean, we don't really need anything from you. How did you get here?
Oh, well, my name is Helga. I'm making this up on the spot. Helga.
That's an interesting last name.
Helga Sternberg. I come from Erzberg. But I was taken by the short dwarves, the dark dwarves, the infernal dwarves. They took me captive and took me on a boat over to here. And since then, this evil Dread Elf has been torturing me.
Yes, we met him, but as I said, he is dead, and that was pretty fun.
And as you say, as you say he's dead, she takes a moment, she looks up, touches her hands to her mouth, and she says, thank you to Sigmar. Not to Sigmar, thank you to Suna. I just accidentally did a Games Workshop Warhammer reference there, and I didn't mean that, but I meant she meant Suna.
What are you gonna say?
Like chaos.
Unforgivable.
And with that, she launches into a story describing how she was taken slave in the wastes of the north, taken to the infernal dwarves city of, I used to know this word. No, it's not there. Zelaman Takash. And then she was sold to Robert E. Lee and taken on a ship from there. And she has been in this basement where Robert E. Lee has done bad things to her.
Yeah,
And she is
details.
and she is eternally grateful to you that you have freed her.
You've certainly had a very long journey, but you are free now.
All right, with that, I need everyone to take a perception check. Load, Erky, and Sam are all in the basement level, so you are at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, there's a 5 and an 8.
It's a natural 1.
Oh,
Six.
Sam, what'd you get?
I got a 4.
Ooh, and Sunset, what did you get?
I got a fantastic 9.
Oof, boy.
We
Okay.
are kicking ass on the dice this
Notice
week,
anything.
folks.
Erky, Sam, Slowed, you don't recognize any of this, but Sunset, as you're hanging out in the salon, from outside the window, you hear the sound of a wagon approaching.
I look out the window.
You look out the window and you see a large wagon approaching, led by horses. On the driver's seat of the wagon are 2 infernal dwarfs. You recognize them with their thick, large, like waxed beards, and their dark, heavy armor. On the back of this wagon is a large cage. This is a wagon for transporting slaves. And inside are multiple orcs and goblins. Downstairs, Erky and Load, with this story, yeah. No, we haven't talked to Sam in a while. Sam, what are you gonna do?
Well, have I tried this bottle yet?
You continue to drink. I need you to give me one more Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, only an 11.
You definitely start to feel buzzed. You are, I don't know the actual rules in D&D for being drunk, but you are there. You are like 100% there.
I don't know that there really are any.
Yeah, I
Pathfinder has rules for that. Can use those.
Poisoned at one end of the spectrum, and then I don't know. Whatever you feel he would be affected, like disadvantage on athletics and such.
Yeah, you're gonna
Fine.
you're gonna disadvantage on all checks. But anyway, as you sit down,
That's probably.
you you like getting late in the evening at the bar. You're still drinking your drinks, but you're like you sit. You'd prefer to be sitting than standing right now. And as you're sipping at this wine, you hear that voice in the back of your head again, and it says, "It feels so good to be in a body again."
Yeah, I'm telling you, buddy. One time I was without my body for a night, and it really sucked. I had to walk a long ways to find it.
Okay.
Uh,
I just looked it up. It would be the poisoned condition, and it's basically the same thing. Disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks. So
Ian,
It's-
poison.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
I have a natural resistance to poison.
wait, do you really?
Oh,
I did.
that sounds like advantage against con saves
Yeah.
against being drunk.
Yeah.
So if anything, you should
I was
probably roll,
born this way.
roll another d20
Yep.
there.
I don't know.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, even better, a 9.
Oh, damn it, Sam.
Yeah, you're officially. I don't care if you got a resistance or not. At this point, you're drunk.
Yeah.
Urki and Load. What do you guys want to do? You have bear in mind that you have not heard what's happening upstairs.
Okay,
Oh, we can. Go ahead, Lou.
but sorry, I was gonna say there's nothing else in here except like torture devices and stuff. Can I do like a quick check?
No, there's a
make sure
thin line between torture devices and devices of pleasure, and so
Well-
it runs the gamut in this room.
Fair, that's fair.
And after
Things
this,
other than devices.
there's
of
only
either.
there's only devices down here of either pleasure or pain.
Okay, we can get the fuck out of here, I think.
But before that,
Some of them are
Helga,
both.
after Helga has described her backstory, where she came from and how she ended up here, she asked, "Who are you and what are you doing here?"
Urki, was there something else you wanted to add?
Came here to rescue you.
Who sent you? My father? My Faja? My Faja?
Loda's looking at Urki now. Kind of.
I'm just kidding. Nobody cares. So, would you like to join us here?
No, but seriously, who are you?
Oh, now it's
Now it's gold. It's gold member now. Just so you know.
it is.
Which I think he was supposed to be Swedish, so
He was
it's not that far off.
Dutch, but it
He was
Okay.
Dutch. He was Dutch. Yeah.
Okay.
There are
So,
there are two things I hate in this world: prejudice and the Dutch. I'm sorry.
yeah, there we go. I like the short version there. So I am Lode. I'm a dwarf. Hey. And this is my companion Urki. We are also from Varentia. And we're sent here on a crusade for the kingdom of Equitaine. We've had some setbacks. So the crusade is mostly just Urki and I and like 2 other people now. But you're welcome to join us, at least on our way to the city of Agua Dulce, where you might find passage home.
Yes, I will go with you. That would be good. But yes, I met one Equitanian lady when I was here, and
You don't say.
she was a beautiful lady, and I am so sad that she is gone now.
What did she look like? Do you remember her name?
She claimed to be a Equitanian duchess. That's what she told me. I do not believe her because why would a noble duchess be in this basement?
So, funny story. You're right about that. Why would she be here? But funny story, that might have actually been her. Part of our crusade was to find the abducted Duchess of Cantamont, the city of Cantamont. So, funny enough,
Yes, she
might not
takes
have been
them.
lying.
She takes a moment. She looks down. She says, "That is very sad. I am now sad."
Well, I'm sorry for that.
She
You weren't sad already.
Well, I was extra sad before, but now I'm slightly sad.
This is shameful. You should do accents without saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna try and do like a Swedish," or like, you shouldn't call people out like that. Just make noises with your mouth and like don't identify it, because you're just gonna
Let
make
us
people
try and figure it
angry.
out.
Or one viewer was probably from Sweden.
That one's Dutch viewer we have.
Well, Johan has watched in the past, but he's heard me do offensive European accents before. He's cool.
Isabel was wish me merely days ago, and then Robert took Isabel away from me and said she would be gone forever.
That's surprisingly similar to what the Duke told us, minus knowing who took her. But
All right.
we're trying to find her, if that influences you in any way.
Yeah,
I want to
sure.
shut down the hole and say like, hey, we've got some infernal dwarves up here. You guys might want to, climb on out of that hole.
Even if we don't hear that, I think we would start walking and talking
Yeah.
with Helga, because like literally there's no reason to be
All right, as
Take those 5 coins.
As you're heading up, Sunset, you hear them trudging up the stairs. They're not to the top yet, but as you yell out down the stairs, they respond and hear you. And then, but you head to the window again, and at this point, one infernal dwarf has jumped down from the wagon and is now approaching the front door of the house.
How long does it take us to get back up this
I
stairway
wait
there?
I wait and see what happens, because if he just comes in, then we might be in trouble. But if he just knocks, then
Wow, I need all 4 of you to take a wisdom check. If any of you score an 18 or higher, you remember to close the door when you came through the door.
Can I do Flash of Genius? Oh wait, it's a wisdom check. It's not a skill check. So.
It's a wisdom check.
All right.
I got a 5.
No!
18.
Natural 20 from Sam.
Hell yeah.
Done by Sam.
All right, so
Wait,
when
one
you,
of the barn.
It's so funny. It's Sam is the one who remembers to close the door.
Oh, you don't want anyone to see you drinking love. It's kind of depressing.
Sam, for whatever reason, remembered to close the door on your way in, and as these infernal doors approach, the one infernal dwarf approaches, and he bangs on the door and he says, back to a Russian accent. I can't even. Oh, you're right. I shouldn't have said that. Robert, where? Open the door, Robert. Where is your where are your friends and your no, that's not wrong. Where are your friends and where are your I can't do it. Where are your friends and where is everyone, Robert? And at this point, Erky and Lode are you're cresting the stair, you hear this.
I want to ask a quick question, and this might be shooting us in the foot, but so they're coming to the front door. Did the gigantic battle we have happen like in the backyard?
No, they.
Is his dead body still out there?
His dead body's
yeah.
still out there.
Hold on, give me a second. You make a very, very good point that I did not consider.
I couldn't let it sit.
There's skeletons all over the place.
No,
There's a
okay.
few charred bodies, and
The one guy still approaches the door. He's more concerned than I portrayed him before. He's like, "What happened here?" Knocking on the door. The other Inferno Dwarf stays on the cart and he's kind of scanning around, looking at the bodies scattered around. But that's it. Yeah.
okay. So, Lode and Erky are now upstairs at this point.
Yes, the Lode and Erky are into the salon with a random, tall, muscular, blonde woman.
Is she taller than me?
This is very important.
This is
She's about even with you. You're an average height Sylvan elf, and she is no, let's say she's slightly shorter than you, but she is much wider than you. She is much wider.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Just
Built.
I'm
You've grown so used to looking down at everybody that
yeah. Yeah, I don't want to like jar my neck having to look up at someone.
No, she's shorter than you. She is shorter than you, but by a very short amount, maybe an inch or two.
That's fine. It's you know it's the 5'12" versus the 6 foot.
still plenty ergonomic. So,
New person in the chat, Mr. Jeff Gallego. Thank you for joining us. I just want to say hi. But continue.
I'm working on it.
Ask Helga. Was it these two here? You recognize these guys?
Okay. So yeah, you point out the two infernal dwarves. Helga needs to take a stealth check, which she passes. She goes to the window, hiding behind the curtain. She peeks out and she says, "Yes, these are my slavers. This is very bad."
Stealthy.
Yes.
How far is the one in the cart from the window?
What was that?
How far is the one? Can I see the well, obviously we can see one of them. The one in the cart from the window. How far are they from the window?
That's a very good question. Let me we're gonna go back to the little map we had going here. So this is, oh Jesus. This is the front door to the house. And the cart, let's see if I can find a cart really quickly, has pulled up maybe by the well here. So it's 20 feet.
Okay, so Robert's corpse is right in front of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it was unrecognizable. You know,
But
these things happen.
it's just a possibility. Although he was wearing a mask that I then took off, might have protected his face from most of the burns. But I did take his
So-
hat.
Which building are we in? Are we in?
This building here is the main house. This is the
This
stairway,
building's main
and
house?
yeah,
Okay. And you said the cart was where?
let's see here. If I had a cart, where would I be?
Well, remember those squares, I think, are actually 10 feet on a side.
Right, right.
Shoot, it's not showing up. All right, so let's say this, the Robert token is the cart.
Okay.
Hold up next to the.
So I'd say that is 60 feet from the window.
Yep. Yeah, probably 70 to 80 feet from the window because you're deeper into the house from the window.
Well,
Okay.
I would go downstairs.
Answer the door.
I mean, not quite this second, but I would kind of whisper, does anybody know where Sam is at?
And with that, we time warp. We go down to Sam, still drunk off his ass in the wine cellar. Anything else?
Was that
Anything
the
else?
entire cut to him, or
I'm asking what Sam. What
Oh, okay.
you're drunk. What do you want to attempt to do?
oh, you want to share with your friends?
Can I learn to cast spells?
Roll intelligence check.
That could be an Arcana check.
Yeah, let's do an Arcana check.
Probably
Arcana.
should be an Arcana check.
Arcana check.
Oh. Okay.
Cool.
8.
Nope. That is you as you're sitting there, you're like, wow. I could be a wizard. I could have spells coming from my fingers. I could rule the world. I feel like I'm on top of an icy mountain with so much power. No, wait, that's just me pissing my pants.
Warm.
Wait, it's cold?
Yeah, wait,
He's
what?
on an
I
icy
didn't even
mountain?
notice.
Like, wait, is that
I'm in the tropical lagoon.
Maybe you can cast magic.
Yeah, like,
I'm-
let's maybe get that checked out the next time we're in town.
Okay.
I'll keep practicing. I'll get it someday.
Yeah.
Just let us know if it burns.
No, let us know if it burns when you pee. It's good. I got some strong drugs. Don't worry.
This is all bad. Let's move on. Are you coming upstairs, Sam, for any reason?
Probably not.
Still in the basement.
Yeah,
What?
he's in the cellar.
Shit.
Give me one more Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
With
What a
that,
champ.
you realize you peed your pants,
Sam does not give a shit about alcohol.
and you find somewhere from deep down in the depths of inside you that you have the power to walk and to have balance, and you stand up and you are able to stand up. You're a little wobbly, but you're doing the drunk wobble. It's the drunk
I have to find
sway.
some new pants. I go on a search for pants.
Give me an investigation check.
Hair
Episode title.
pants.
The
Hair
search
little
for
pants.
pants.
The search for pants. That's a good episode title.
It's an option.
It is an option.
Bad roll.
All right. So at this time, and the moment load when you're like, hey, where is Sam? You look over, it's like the entryway leads into an open door into the kitchen area, and you see Sam stumble out of the doorway that leads from the back kitchen to the front kitchen. And he's like, I'm a wizard.
Multi-class. It's an option. There you are, Sam. All right,
And-
cool. The gang's all here. Are you guys ready for me to open this door?
As Sam says that, and as like Lode just said what you just said, but over what Lode was saying, you hear that voice in the back of your head, and he says, "I can make you a wizard."
Yeah, that's the goal, dumbass. Hurry up then.
Now is Sam's part out loud?
Yeah, and you hear Lode. All three of you hear Sam say that.
We hear his response. Beautiful. Love it.
And what did you say? Let's hurry up then. So then Lode, you hear the essentially you hear him say, "Let's hurry up then."
Even if it did sound like a conversation I couldn't hear, that wouldn't be that strange either. Unless he told me to stop, count that as ready. I look at Sunset and Urki. Thumbs up? Or
I just have a quick question. So the Krakenhide suit that I found,
Yeah.
was there a hat to go with it?
No hats. There was only one
no
hat, and
matching hat? Okay.
only hat you found was the one that you took off his body.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I'm good. Let's.
we
Lou,
do
what
have
was
a
the
bunch
question?
of items to talk about later, but are you ready for me to open this door?
What do you want us to do when you open this door?
I
You
mean,
want us to like kill them?
kind of depends on what they do. But
So no
be
surprise.
ready. That's one of the options. Be ready for that.
All right.
Or maybe they don't give a shit about Lee and
Absent-mindedly, where's Cleet?
isn't he still outside
On the grove.
with the Dryad?
Oh, right. Okay.
I assume he's not.
Yeah, that's
We'll-
right. That's
we'll
where.
See
That's
if he
where
wants
we
to
left
come
him.
with us later.
Okay.
But
I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to suddenly interrupt and try talking to these dwarves before we.
he might now that you
Violently.
gave the DM that idea.
Yeah.
Go. I open the door before anything else can happen.
You open the door right as this infernal dwarf is winding up again to knock on it. And right when you open it, he stops and he's shocked, he's surprised, and he says, "Oh, who are you and where is Robert?"
Well, my good man, my name is Lode. These are my friends, Sunset, Sam, and Urki, and Helga, our new friend. Mr. Lee is dead. If, as I can see, your companion out there is noticing now. I assume that the guy on the cart probably figured out at some point that Robert's dead body was in front of him.
Maybe.
I will see his reaction. I want to see what this guy thinks about that.
Okay, so he's, I haven't even pulled up a profile for this guy, but let's see.
Keep in mind, maybe like I open one door and behind that door I have my axe ready to bash this guy in the face with.
Okay.
So if he makes any sort of hostile movement towards any kind of weapon he might be carrying, he's gonna get an axe to the face.
Canyon in line of sight.
He's gonna do a perception check.
Kind of gave him all the facts.
Oh, damn. Okay. So as you open the door and you say this, he's in a moment of shock. And he looks over your shoulder in the direction of Helga, and he makes eye contact with Helga. His eyes get a little bigger. And with that, he starts taking a very slow, as you're saying what you said to him, he's taking very slow steps backwards. And by the time he gets to the edge of the porch,
He wouldn't get
pull-
that far. I would grab him way before that.
oh, okay, give me a dexterity check.
It actually should be like a grapple, so it should be competing strength athletics checks.
Ooh, okay, give me a strength check.
I'd be happy to. Athletics at advantage. It's a 28.
Jesus Christ.
You're just like, I mean, you're very anti-slave. I mean, you were just ready to kill this person anyways, right? After hearing what the terrible things he's.
Well, and I
he's like, oh, he's
imagine you can see
Pretty
a
much.
cart full of goblins and orcs from here.
like,
So
he could be releasing them here.
As he tries to step away, you grab him by like the what's the name for the piece of armor that sits on the top of your shoulder?
Aldrin.
Yeah, you grab him like that, and he tries to pull away, but he can't. And with that, he pulls out from behind him something you did not observe before. Basically, like a steampunk shotgun. And he pulls it out,
Axe.
and he... Yeah, exactly. It's a shotgun that he cocks like a shotgun. But on the front of it has basically, what's the word for the knife that's at the end of a rifle back in the day?
And
A bayonet. It's a bayonet, but it's like like a fantasy bayonet. So it's like basically an axe head, but in bayonet at the end of this shotgun.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna hit him in the face.
Okay. I guess let's just roll dexterity.
Dexterity or initiative?
And I'm sorry, initiative. Yes, everyone roll initiative.
oh, boo.
Oh my god. A 7.
Better than me.
All right, let's see here. You're in front. You're in the back here.
I have advantage though, or like I should.
Sam's way in the back. And let's see, we're gonna
Dirty
use.
20.
And he's right there, grappled by load. So I'm sorry, dirty 20 for Sunset. What did Urki get? What was that?
Speak up now. Speak up.
5. I
Five.
got this many. This many. 5.
Speaking of microphones, Urki, I think it's time to invest in a better microphone for these D&D sessions.
Okay. Is it coming off that poorly?
It just goes in and out sometimes. Like sometimes you say something and it sounds like you're underneath a bed. Like,
I mean, that was intentionally mumbled. I think the first response to the initiative.
anyway, Load, what'd you get? Load, what'd you get?
I got a 7. That's a 7.
Sam, give me initiative at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Alright. That would be
He's
7
gonna-
as well.
7. And this, my friend, actually not him, this guy. This is the dwarf. And his friend dwarf is way over here, and they rolled a whopping 5. So Sunset gets to go first.
I essentially have clear line of sight to him, right?
No, you are between you and him. You're looking through a doorway while Load is grappling with him of someone of his own size.
Ah, okay.
That's a bummer.
That seems like a really bad idea, but it's the only play I have right now. Load, would you like to be able to breathe fire all over this guy?
Sure.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm
All
not
right.
opposed. I know. That is my action, right?
Yes, that would
Eh.
be your action.
Whatever. Sounds like fun.
And like he got him by the shoulder, like right in the face. That was
Yeah, I mean, I do have him grappled, and he's probably not gonna get away, so I'm fine with that.
That was kind of my thinking. So I'm gonna cast this at 3rd level, and congratulations, you can now breathe fire for up to 1 minute, as long as I hold concentration.
So basically, until I say, "Hey, stop, please,"
Or I decide to stop.
do
on-
something else.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I like it.
Now, real quick, for the DM, the damage on this. So it's a when the attack occurs. So when Lode decides to breathe fire, it'll be a DC 16 Dex save for any recipients in the 15-foot cone.
Mm-hmm.
However, because I was the originator of the spell, I have a +4 to fire damage. Would that be included on that, even though it's Lode technically doing the damage?
That's a good question.
Because it's your spell. It's like your,
Yeah, I mean that's
package spell that you're transferring, right?
Read to me the part about your ability that adds the +4 to damage. Read that word for word for me.
Yeah, let me. Elemental Affinity Fire. When you cast a spell that deals damage of the type associated with your draconic ancestry, you can add +4 to 1 damage roll of that spell. At the same time, you can spend 1 sorcery point to gain resistance to that damage type for 1 hour.
I think you get the +4. Yeah. Load
Okay.
Load gets the +4 when he breathes.
Okay. So when you do decide to use that, it'll be 4d6 +4 fire damage load.
Sweet. Thank you.
And that actually technically was only a bonus action. I think that's all I'm gonna do though, because yeah, I'll pass the rest of my turn. I'm fine staying where I'm at.
All right, Load, it's your turn.
Okay. I will kick the other door open, so there's a little more visibility.
Just Chuck Norris style. Just
Well, I mean, while I'm holding on to this guy, I will kick the other door, and then I will breathe fire in his face.
oh my god.
So you said
Okay.
that was a Dex save, Sunset.
Yeah, so he gets a dex save. Arguably, it should be at disadvantage because he's grappled.
Yeah,
I don't-
Yeah.
mean, not on Dex or on grapple rules.
What was
but
the DC?
dodging Fire coming from my face would be pretty tough.
What was the DC?
DC 16.
All right, he fails.
Sweet. So that was 4d6 plus 4.
Yes, 46 +4.
All right, so this plus 4. Oh, that was pretty bad. 12 damage.
You just open up, and he's like still holding his gun, and you flames rip around just like in you're a dwarf on dwarf, so like your face on face, so it goes right into his face, and he's not wearing his helmet at the time, and you like 3rd degree burns to his face.
It doesn't feel anymore.
You see him shriek in pain, and
Would
yeah,
you call
that's
it hot dwarf on dwarf action?
yes, hot and steamy, hot and steamy.
I have another quick question.
Yeah.
So again,
How
because
hot?
this was originating from me, could I spend a sorcery point to allow Load to re-roll the one?
I'd say
the one and the
no on
2?
this one because that's triggered
Okay.
when you cast a spell. Like you
Alright.
cast the effect on him, but he triggered the spell, so he doesn't have the ability to do that yet.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
reasonable. That's
Worth a shot, though. Worth a shot.
Oh yeah, Thank you, Jeff, in the chat. This dwarf gentleman has a thick waxed beard. When the fire hits the beard,
Nice.
is wax like would beard wax be a retardant or a fire agent?
No,
I think it
work
would just
like
melt
work like
and
candle.
become
Yeah.
molten.
It would work like
Yeah, it'll work. The burning part
Drip
of
down
candle
his
is the
armor
wax,
and burn
not
him
the
more.
wick. It,
Yeah.
it will burn.
All right, so his beard catches on fire. And then you know how hair catches on fire. It doesn't like burst into flames, but it just sizzles and burns and smokes.
And damn, does it stink.
He's
And
not gonna have any luck with the ladies after this.
and with that also like the wax like kind of melts and falls and like you know how wax drips and then it cools, so it like was dripping down hit the front of his armor. It's gruesome, like bubbling red face, burning stinky beard, wax covered armor. Like it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you describe it.
It's just thank you. Load, is that your turn?
I think I think that's all the actions I can really do, because all my bonus actions aren't really gonna help. Basically, I just have rage or offhand attack. Which
Jeff again makes a good point in the chat. Burning a dwarf's beard is worse than death. Probably true.
we have to kill him now, because there's too much shame.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna kill himself if we don't. So
Yeah, we owe him this now.
All right.
So I guess, can I see the other dwarf and see
Yes.
what he's doing?
He hasn't reacted yet. He's still kind of looking at the corpses in the area.
so he hasn't heard the screaming yet.
All right, well,
Fantastic.
then in that case, I'm going to start dragging this guy this way.
Oh boy. How far can you drag him?
I won't go that far, but I'll kind of drag him out into the yard a little bit.
Yeah, move your token to where you. There you
I'll
go.
move him over to like that square. Kind of
Okay.
slowly make our way towards the other fella in case when this one is dead, he notices and needs to be dealt with as well.
All right, Sam,
That's
it
my
is
turn.
your turn.
Really? Damn.
Well, I am going to leap onto the dwarf that Lode is holding and cut off the rest of his beard.
Huh. All right, first
It's
off,
on fire.
whew, I
Hair
need
doesn't really burn; it just kind of smolders. He's fine.
the first thing I need you to do is give me a Constitution saving throw.
About the fire with your wine.
Oh, you get to re-roll that because you're a halfling. Jeez, natural 20. Okay, you do that now. Give me a
That's the third one tonight.
acrobatics check. Jumping on him and cutting his beard with a pair of scissors has got to be an acrobatics check. 12. And let me give me that. Okay, so you see this happening. You sprint through the door in a moment of drunken clarity. You jump out the door. You literally, kind of like leapfrog Load. You grab Load's shoulders and vault yourself over Load from his shoulders, and you land on top, like you're piggybacking the dwarf that he's holding, but backwards, so his face is in your crotch kind of situation. And you try to grab his beard with your left hand, and you try to cut his beard with your right hand. But as you're doing this, the dwarf kind of bucks, like as you're sweeping down with the blade to cut his beard, he bucks you, and you fall back. You fall over him and land behind him. unable to cut his beard.
Bummer.
I had a real hard time running away.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to pick his pockets.
Go for it. Go for it. Love it. Love it. $27.
Plus
Find
12.
anything good?
As you fall over on the ground behind him, you kind of reach up and you look like he has like a back pocket, like, you know, a butt pocket in a pair of jeans, you know, kind of situation. And you see this little bit of paper sticking out of the bottom. You're like, oh, I don't mind if I do. And you grab papers out of his back pocket. This again looks like another contract. Like in a split second, you had to look at it. Looks like a contract. You can't read it or anything. But also out of his pocket, you pull. You pull 50 gold. 50.
Nice.
Wow. It's a big pocket.
Yeah. You have big hands too. Damn. Sam's when he walks around, his fingers like brush the ground. He's got just like giant hands.
Can call him Knuckle Dragger from now on.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Urki.
Okay. So the door is clear now.
The door is clear now.
All right. So from the top of the 1, 2, 3, we got line of sight to the guy sitting on the cart.
Yes, on the cart with the giant cage full of innocent orcs and goblins.
Don't roll a 1.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess Urki doesn't care, so.
All right. That is the boom tube.
Ooh,
28
boy,
hit.
that definitely hits.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, 3d10, and I forgot to include my artillerist bonus, which is a d8, which I get for things that I rolled. So that's an 8 plus a d8. That's a 13 damage. So I get that for any time I cast something like a damage.
So,
that's
just what kind of damage? What kind of damage is this?
fire.
Fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's wearing armor, yes.
He is wearing
That was my
armor.
bonus action. Okay.
Keep going. It's still your turn.
Yep. So I'm going to cast heat metal on the armor of the infernal dwarf.
Okay.
So he will take.
Do I get a dex saving throw or anything?
He's
let me
wearing
read it
the
off to you.
armor, so I don't think so.
You cause the object to glow red hot, and a creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage. If the creature is holding aware of the object, it takes damage for the creature must succeed. It takes damage for the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw to drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on tech rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. And it takes a full minute to drop armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would argue it cannot drop armor.
So the first thing that happens is this shot from the cannon platform, like goes over, hits it's really great aim. So it hits like the driver's seat with this guy in it, explodes, and you hear like yells of excitement and shock come from all of the orcs and goblins in the back of this wagon. But it hits him, and at the same time you are concentrating on his thick metal armor, and it heats up, and you hear him burn and scream, and without even a moment to respond, he falls over dead. Still sizzling,
Nice.
actually. Still sizzling.
I would like to let go of him as a reaction.
No, this is the other guy. This isn't the one
Oh,
you're
the other
holding.
No, I
Yeah.
wasn't. I didn't like the guy you were touching. But I knew
Yeah,
there
you're
would be
right.
consequences for that.
Whatever, it's fine.
I wanted the other
But
guy
thank
to
you.
be able to go out sort of the same as his buddy, right? They could have sort of a shared experience with their
Fair.
burning.
Love it.
And with
So,
that, it is now the guy that Lode is holding's turn. He turns around, takes out his shotgun that has already been cocked, and he says out loud, he says, the North African Trading Company will get its final revenge on you. And he shoots
Think they're gonna hear about this.
at Lode. What's your AC?
16.
And misses.
Ooh.
Point blank
I mean, he is-
as a
he is
fucking
graphic.
jump.
He did take fire breath directly to the eyes. He
Yeah,
might
he's a
be
little blinded. He's a little blinded. He doesn't know what he's doing. He still says those same words, but he shoots off in the distance.
Not mechanically, he's not. He probably rolled it straight up, so. Thump it.
Sunset, it is your turn.
Ah, okay. Now, wait. So is the other guy just dead?
The other guy is just dead.
Ah, okay.
Let me check
Do I
one other
have-
thing. Let me check one other thing here. And you notice the cart is now where the coachman's seat was. It's like been blasted away by the turret, but it is smoldering. This is a wood wagon.
Yeah, good to know. Okay. Do I have a clear shot of the dwarf Lode's holding?
No, because he's
He
grappled.
went like downstairs to get to the yard, right? They're like slightly elevated, and that give them line of sight.
I mean, you definitely get line of sight, but it's
Okay,
there's
well-
cover. There's cover there, and because you are grappling him, you're not like if you go up and hit him in close combat, there's no disadvantage. But I don't know. No, let's.
That's fine. I can at least
Yeah.
I can see him. Right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
really all I need for what I'm gonna try to do. And so this cart, I assume there's some sort of locking mechanism on the cage.
Yes, there is a
Can I-
gate. There's a
can
gate,
I
like a
see
door on
that?
the back, with what looks like a metal lock, a metal padlock. And yes, you can see that.
Okay. Well, here is what we are going to do. Okay. We're going to cast Magic Missile at the 4th level. These auto hit.
Mm-hmm.
3 of the darts are going at Mr. Dwarf, and 3 of the darts are going at the lock.
Okay, roll for dwarf first.
Alright. So that'll be 11 damage to the dwarf.
Okay, and then roll for the lock.
Uh, 9 damage to the lock.
The lock breaks. The dwarf dies. In your hands, Load. Ooh, it just crumples.
In my arms.
Your dwarf kin from long ago dies in your arms. That is the end of combat.
not my kin.
What y'all want to do?
Well, first I will continue to run over to the cart and make sure that like the door gets open and everything, and that
Yep, the lock is
the orcs and
busted open.
goblins come out.
While the orcs and goblins you interacted with earlier on this plantation were somewhat articulate for orcs and goblins, they spoke common. They had I don't know. They wore those uniforms and they understood that they had to be polite and stuff like that. These are wild animals. You open
Before
the
I
door.
open the door, I'm gonna point towards the jungle and kind of.
As you do that,
Is there like a big swath that the other pack of orcs and goblins kind of carved into the jungle?
No.
Pass without a trace.
Like you point toward the jungle and you see probably the biggest orc, physically the biggest orc in the group, sees you, makes eyes contact, and just screams out, "Ah!" and runs into the jungle, and the rest of the orcs and goblins instinctually follow the big one.
Okay.
Interesting.
We're gonna have to put it down.
We might have started a thing in the last day or so that we might have to deal with later. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Great.
Whatever. Maybe we'll all be dead by then.
All right.
Is there anything else in the cart?
Yeah.
Completely burns.
At the head of inside the actual cage area, there's nothing. It's just hay and a barren floor. But up on the coachman's seat, which has been blasted away at this point, you find nothing. Everyone but Sam, give me a perception check.
Real quick, I'm gonna cast Control Flames to extinguish the cart since
Okay,
it was on fire and is.
You said
It is.
perception?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, no, it is
load Sunset Urky. I'll give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm gonna also add Flash of Genius to my check.
21.
Damn.
And I will also grab the flintlock axe and toss it to Urki. All cool. Just grab it and throw it.
Still looks like a natural 20 from the sample, but apparently it was an 8. Plus 1. So it's a 13.
So what did everyone get? You Load got a 21, Urky got an 8, Sunset, what'd you get?
18.
Mine was 13 with Flash of Genius. So.
Load, you are the only one who saw Sam steal the items out of the one door back pocket.
Deal.
I mean, I don't necessarily care, but anything good, Sam?
What do you mean, Load?
I mean, I saw you pick his pocket. I don't give a shit if you stole his money.
This was my money.
That's what I'm saying. Is there anything else in his pocket, my friend?
No, but you understand, this is my money.
Yeah, I get it. You keep the money.
I did
Is
find
there anything else?
Did find a wrapper holding the money. Do you want the wrapper?
I look at him quizzically and grab what he's talking about. As soon as I see it's another contract, I just not more of this boring bullshit. I keep it, I'll put it with all the other ones and see if we can figure out what they are.
Okay. Do you want to share that with other people?
Yeah, I mean, when we go back inside, we're gonna probably go over all that paperwork and stuff and see if there's anything useful. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, let's all read this together right now. or should I do that? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna read it since you're asking specifically.
Nonetheless, you present the contracts from inside and from the dwarf that was killed to Sunset and Urki. Sam's too drunk to even really want to even read this stuff. So Sunset and Urki, give me an intelligence check.
That was a nice turnaround there.
Ooh, 22.
Oh, higher than I expected. 15.
Okay.
Or,
Sunset,
sorry,
you recognize these as contracts from the North Tafrian Trading Company. Urki, you take these documents, you read the top level, and you're like, ooh, what is this? And you start reading through, and it becomes much more clear to you. This is a boilerplate contract from the North Tafrian Trading Company that you saw before. You saw this in Cantamont, in the Duke's room. You went through this document. You realize it's it's basically a loan document. It's giving large sums of money. And reading more and more into the fine detail of this contract, you realize that the collateral for this loan document is high stakes. And basically, for the one you're reading, the North Tafrian Trading Company has agreed not to give money, but to give slaves to Robert, and for payment. If they do not follow through with this contract, the collateral is his actual farm. And if they do not pay, the North Tafrian Trading Company now owns the farm. If they default on the loan, basically.
Well, they should be happy even if their agents are dead, because the farm's unoccupied and they can take it back. We don't want it.
Since you rolled over 20, it flashes on you that the document you saw in the Duke's room was the North Tafrian Trading Company giving the Duke large sums of money to fund this crusade, but the collateral he gave up was the keep of Cantamont.
Wow.
Slaves have been funding this little adventure here. Cool.
Damn it. Well, at least we lost all the money we had left.
And the slaves. So, the ones that could walk.
Yeah, true. All right, so that's it. You free the slaves. You have effectively done as much searching as you can in the main house. You are now with Helga. Helga, the tall, blonde woman who will help you on your way.
She's Chile accent.
I like doing Chile accents on my YouTube stream. What would y'all like to do now?
I think Load is a little disillusioned, knowing now that the whole crusade was basically funded by infernal dwarf slavers. You know, not that the crusade has much left to it at this point, like I said, but I don't know. He's just disappointed.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff just wrote in the chat, own those accents, homie. Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, he does.
Whew.
That won't be a problem.
Okay. Yeah, what's left for you to do here is there's some auxiliary buildings around the big house, and the cart is still operable. There's 2 horses still attached to it. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me check one thing. Yeah, there's 2 horses still attached. They didn't spook and run.
Some booze, some food, and let's get going.
Well, I mean, couldn't hurt to take another long rest.
There are beds here. I guess it's not the worst place to sleep before we bail.
Safer than the middle of the jungle. Yeah, yeah.
And we can search the other buildings for the remainder of the day, find what loot we can, and since we've got a cart, we could potentially carry, like, if there's camping gear or
Can
Hold the
anything
books.
like that.
It's valuable.
Yeah.
These days, right?
Can we check to see if there's another cart somewhere that isn't a slave cart
Yeah, there is actually.
and partially burned?
Okay.
also?
There is a cart here.
Just the principles. Don't worry about it, Urki. This one won't be partially burned. How about that?
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
bring it to the point.
Yeah.
I wonder how that happened.
There is another cart, and
It
actually this
wasn't
is
me for once.
Not to worry.
this is actually a large cart, like the cart with the orcs and goblins in it was designed to carry people in the back. This cart is designed to carry large amounts of produce, and the cart, stuff. And the cart you find is actually half loaded with, what did I say previously last episode about what they're growing at the farm? Was it wheat? I said wheat.
No idea.
I think it was wheat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was wheat. It's half loaded with bales of wheat, or what's the right word? Wheat collected together.
Well,
Like a
A
bundle.
bushel. That's the right word. A bushels of wheat.
Cool.
Cool.
We'll hook that one up.
Oh, and the other thing I want to
Is there
say,
anything else?
it is not pulled by a horse. This cart is already saddled and hooked to a dinosaur-esque beast.
Interesting.
It is what's the dinosaur that has the tail with a big rocky end to it that it swings around for defense? In the Ninth Age world, it's a
Yeah,
Thyroscutus.
ankylosaur or something.
Ankylosaur is what it kind of looks like.
Interesting. That seems
But that's what we
highly
tried to?
impractical.
okay. Wipe out the front wheels of that tail.
Yeah.
No, it's forward enough where the tail can't hit the cart, but yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this thing is reasonably domesticated, where we can just kind of like lead it.
It seems so that it will be an animal handling check to make it happen, but yeah.
Bam, you got this.
Yeah, that sounds
Take me
bad.
here.
All right.
Perhaps a speak with animals check from our resident.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
let's
guess
face it,
there's
Druid.
You're
that.
basically the druid when it comes to animals.
Yeah, that's scary. Because I know you're talking to me, and
All right, so
Okay,
who
We still got Cleese.
who is searching? Oh yeah, the cleat is still there. Who is searching out the auxiliary buildings?
I think we'll probably do it all together, just in
Okay,
case.
so one of you
Yeah.
give me an investigation check at advantage.
Who has
Pick
the
me,
highest
pick me.
investigation?
I have
Me,
a
me,
+1.
Have a
It's
plus
probably
9.
Urki. Yeah.
So, at advantage?
Yes.
Insist. Oh, I'm so glad you did insist.
23. All right, you search through these auxiliary buildings. The majority of them are basically shacks where orcs and goblins lived while they were here. There is one
Tell by
building.
the smell.
There is one building that looked like it was where the other dread elves lived. That didn't stay in the big house. It's a little more of a nicer building, but by far not as nice as the big house. Inside you find a desk with a log, a book log, like not a log like wood log, but a log of entries. This
Like a ledger?
a ledger. That's the right word. This ledger describes numerous influxes of orcs and goblins, slaves from the North Tapian Trading Company that arrived basically once a week. And then there is a mysterious, that's the addition column. There is a deduction column, but it's not quite clear what the deductions were. It's just every week there was a count of slaves coming in, and there's a count of slaves going out.
Okay.
I need everyone to give me. No, you just don't know. Sorry, no check. And that's all you find. That's all you find. Urki.
Oh, that's how we found from all. That's from all the buildings. Yeah.
Yes, the majority of the buildings are just barracks, quarters for the orcs and goblins. Urki, I need you to give me an investigation check, an intelligence check when you receive the shotgun, the flintlock axe.
Oh well, I'll definitely be using my Blaster Genius to give me a +5. Am I already +5? So that would put me at 22.
Nice.
Yeah.
You get this mechanism and you are just fascinated by it. It's something new and different. It's something you've never seen before. Like, I guess we all of us have an idea of what a gun is, but like you get this and you have like, this is boomstick. I don't know what this does, but you look at it and you kind of figure it and you piece together how it works. You have a very inquisitive mind, and you now have basically a shotgun. I will get you.
Miniaturized boom tube.
I will get you stats for that, but I don't have them right now. But you will be able to use this. Yeah. If you have stats for this weapon and you'd like to share it with me, I will review it and give it back to you.
3d20. That's all I need.
D20 damage dice. Hot
Yeah,
damn.
it's very impressive.
Wow!
Very,
Wow!
variable, very. It could be.
Well, and it's 3d20, and each of the d20s targets a different person because it's a shotgun, right? It spreads.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Load. This is not a flintlock axe. This is a blunderbuss.
Oh, okay. Well.
So I'll get you stats for it. I don't have them right now, but it's going to be
Also sweet.
very short range,
A little bit of a
high
spread.
damage, and a spread, but very short
Oh,
range.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you. I'll add that to my inventory.
So I think what we really need to do is like figure out what all of these other items are. And also I would like to do speak with animals on the Thyroscutus.
Okay, that's a ritual, right?
Correct. Yeah.
All right, you do your ritual thing. You're sitting there communing, staring this dinosaur directly in the eyes, connecting with its soul, doing your thing. Anything Sam and Sunset would like to do?
I'll be right back.
What was that?
Can I pet the dinosaur?
Yes, you may. Give me an animal handling check. Yeah. You pet the top of its, because like an ankylosaur's got like a small head compared to its body, So you give it a nice rub on the top of its head, and it's apprehensive for a second, and then it leans its head into your hand, and like wants more of a pet, like a dog. You make a connection with this animal.
Oh, that's so cute.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Sunset, do you want to do anything?
I still want to try to find something that might give me any indication as to the nature of these masks. I mean, I already know they're magical based on the roll that I did yesterday.
Hey, well, if
I
Elevating
should-
can come out from downstairs, you probably can fit too.
I don't know that there's anything down there, though. I'd be looking for books, and there's one place that has books, so I'm gonna search there and see what I can find.
That seems like a better place to start.
Yeah.
So give me an investigation check.
Oh boy, 11.
So you go, the main source of books are in the salon. You find a wide collection of a lot of fiction, a lot of let's call it romance fiction, a lot of, you know, covers with men, dread elves with, like, you know, a shirt buttoned down to his belly button and flowing hair, and, you know, a lot of stories of women being swept off their feet by this dread elf hero named Schlabio.
Labio.
Labio.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
As a matter of fact, this is a series of books that's common within Dread Elf culture. That's the Schlabio books, and it's, you know, it's pretty slapped like schlubby, you know, romance books, you know.
Sure.
And what else do you find? You also find a fair amount of technical books. This is specifically around the books that Erky found, the book that Erky found, like the civil engineering, basically, of the Dread Elf world.
Nothing on the realm of the deep.
No, nothing.
That's a note I have for the mask. Okay, well,
You're not gonna take any of the Schlabio books? They're pretty. They're exciting
no, I'm
books. They're swashbuckling adventures. Yeah. Okay.
I'm good. I don't. I only read Draconic.
All right. Okay. At this point, Jeff in the chat says Schlabio first edition. Gotta be worth something. At this point, Load, you finish your ritual, and you turn to this dinosaur and you hear a voice in your head and he goes like, "Hey, what's up?"
Hello, friend. What's your name?
Oh, my name? It's Bob.
Bob. It's nice to meet you. I'm Load.
Hey, nice to meet you, man.
Do you like to fight?
No, man, I
Like to
hate.
pull this cart.
You know, dude, I've got a philosophy about life, and you know, if we do good things to each other, it just makes more good things. And so I try my best to, like, you know, just do good things. You know, you get what I'm feeling?
I think I do. Do you consider pulling the cart to be a good thing?
Oh yeah. Pulling this cart is the good thing I do in my life. I feel pretty good about it.
All right. Well, we can work with that. Would you like to pull the cart for me instead of for the other guy?
Yeah, man. You know, pulling this cart it's a reward in itself, but you know, you just get me a little, you know, some roughage, dude. I'd eat it up and I'd be happy.
Okay. So you're for the high fiber diet. I get that.
Yeah.
We can
know,
make that work.
A good
We can make
BM
that
is like
work,
makes you
Baba.
happy. A good BM is all you need. But yeah, I can take you wherever you need to go. Just let me know, brother.
Sounds good to me. We will be in touch shortly. I think we'll be leaving probably tomorrow morning.
Sounds great. I'm stoked, bro.
Excellent, bro. I would like to kind of tentatively like hold up my fist like towards his like kind of front leg.
yeah, and he lifts it up and kind of just taps your fist. You know, gives you a little pound.
Cool. I think we're gonna get along just fine, Bob.
Hey man, just do
Can
good things.
I call you B?
Yeah. You can call me whatever you want, brother. I mean, just good
Hell yeah,
vibes. Good vibes, man. Good vibes.
You and me, B. We're gonna be friends. Fuck yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you're saying is we need to find some very particular plants.
Are you a picky eater, or are you kind of just down for whatever's here in the jungle?
No, man, my body's a temple. Like I wanna bring in just like good, high fiber, nutritious meals, man. None of that magical stuff. I like nature stuff.
Well, but we are in a jungle, so like if we were to go through the jungle, you'd probably be okay finding stuff, right?
Oh yeah. I'm a vegan, man. I like the greens, man. The luscious greens, high fiber. Yeah.
I saw your face there, Erky. Oh. I mean, I guess it's fine for a dinosaur, but
Yeah.
all right, B. We're gonna be cool. You and me, buddy. Me and my dino.
He
dino
lifts
pal.
his paw. He lifts his paw up again for another pound, and then with that, he just goes back to chewing on some oats, some wheat that was in front of him.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow, B. We'll do our thing. This is amazing. I'm so happy right now.
All right. You search the outlying buildings. You have your transport. Do you guys want to just go to bed at this point, like, or spend the night here?
I think that's the plan.
Okay.
Real quick, what are the other items? Like, what's the hat with the Kraken hide band? What's the Kraken hide suit? Does that give? I mean, if it's Kraken hide and we're talking 9th age, should be some sort of armor bonus. Maybe?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay, somebody else do that.
No, you asked load. You got to do it. But your added
it's in my
advantage.
possession. I don't have to let him have it.
But your added
So you're
advantage
just
because
gonna hoard all of the magic items we ever get.
I don't know that it's magical.
you know the masks are
I
magical.
got a 7.
I know the masks are magical, yes.
I got a
So
7, so
you definitely recognize that it's Kraken hide. You have you know that Kraken hide is rare. You know that Kraken hide is a good source of armor. And that it is especially, how do I say this? It's extremely easy to wear while swimming. It's like it does well in water.
interesting.
It will not impede you in the slightest in water.
Or any of the other, like, is the pimp suit, the purple pimp suit, is that magical at all?
I didn't take
You are
that.
me.
You
You
can
you
have
didn't take
it
that
if you
one?
want.
should, should rock the pimp suit.
I did not take that.
It's
I
gonna
took
look
the
very.
Kraken hide one because I figured we could sell it, but
It's gonna look very awkward on you, a dwarf, when it was tailored for a skinny
honestly,
dread elf.
I think it would look great on Sam.
Whew.
now does it have a matching, like, you know, the big ass hat with a giant feather? No, we didn't find
No.
any hat.
No other
The
hat.
only hat you found was the one Rob was, or not Rob. No, Robert E. Lee. Robert was
Why
wearing.
have you done this? Got Robert, Bob, and I'm so fucking confused. So I will ask Sunset, can I have that hat? And honestly, I really just want the Krakenhide band.
Oh, see, I was gonna wear the hat.
I mean, you could keep the hat, but like, I'm not really for like a suit. Like, I can't really wear a shirt. Like, that's so restrictive. And, you know, maybe just the pants, I guess, then. Can I just
I mean,
like
I guess-
turn the suit pants into cutoff shorts? Not like
mean,
super
if-
short, but you know,
No,
like
if you
slightly
want
above the
ADD.
knee.
If you want the
No, I feel
Krakenhide
like-
suit, go
I feel
for
like
it.
a dwarf-
I'm keeping the
a
hat
dwarf.
intact.
I feel like a dwarf that was wearing shorts would wear short shorts. You gotta throw
don't
off
get
your
to pick it,
quads.
man. It's
You gotta
not your
throw.
character.
You gotta show off your thighs, your muscular thighs.
They're already so tight that my thighs are showing off, I think. My quads are pretty beefy.
All right, moving
So
on.
they're either like rolled up, like, you know, kind of like rolled up
Wait, so you're
cap
keeping
sweatpants, or
you're
we're going slightly
keeping-
above the knee shorts.
you're keeping the purple rain suit.
No, I don't actually want that.
Okay.
I don't think
Unless-
anybody wants that.
I want it. I need pants. Piss
alright.
me off.
Oh, that's
Sam
true.
is wearing that. Sam comes out wearing that full length. So it's like super baggy and he looks like a child.
It's like a kid wearing his dad's suit, you know? Like,
Exactly. And I'm
Gosh,
rolling
how
up
do I
the
look?
pants. I now have Krakenhide pants.
Yeah,
Not
I'll
pretty.
I'll give you the Krakenhide suit because like, if you think you can use it, whatever.
You can wear the jacket if you want.
No.
Again,
I don't
not
care.
not much for above the waist kind of stuff.
I don't care about that. I just want the hat, and I want to know if Erky
yours.
can mend the hat.
Yeah, I got
she has
mending.
mending.
I could do some tailoring as well. I
Well,
think
just-
auto stitch.
Just mending on the hat.
Okay.
If they want other things done to the whatever they're getting, that's fine. I just
mend the
want
hat.
the hat mended because it's a little. It got a little
Little
crispy.
scorched. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warrior Womp is calling Sam Bilbo Swaggins. I love it.
I would also like to point out that the first time around it was Bildo Swaggins, which actually, do you still have the solid gold sex toys? Because
Do you,
Pimp
Sam?
suit, solid gold
I
dildo,
think you do.
that's Bildo Swaggins.
So,
I mean,
Bildo Swaggins has got the purple rain suit with the gold sex toys. That's on
You need
point.
a-
That is on
Oh, so
point.
fly.
wow. Finally came together. All my hopes and dreams.
Sam, you look fucking amazing, my man.
It's been
Thank you.
20 some odd episodes in the making, or whatever we're at now. I don't even know.
We finally made it to Bildo Swaggins.
Increase my charisma. It's like plus
That
5
that has
charisma.
got to be a charisma bonus. That has got to be a charisma bonus. All right, so
+5, it might be a little much, but +1, sure.
we're heading to the evening. Sam, are you gonna let Erky tailor your suit, the purple rain suit?
Purple
I
rain.
don't want to destroy the integrity of it, and this looks pretty
Okay,
good now.
so you're just rolling it up, I guess, or just going full long sleeve on it.
Yeah, it's like wacky wavy inflatable 2-man. Plus, that can appear taller this way if I find some stilts or something.
Yeah, the
Jeff
stilts
gets
could
it.
work. The stilts could work.
I'll be able to make some for you.
Jeff
Okay.
says, a true D&D party, the gold's fine, but how good can I look?
It's all about the appearance in this game. It is. It just. It is.
Seriously,
All right. I guess does anyone want to stay up and watch for the evening?
Yes. We will do watches in turn, right? So 2 of our 8-hour block is set for watch. I'll take first watch. Then I'll get load second watch. That'll be 4 hours. That will make sunset, finish her a long rest, and then she'll take one.
Okay. So the first watch.
And Sam can stay up if he wants to, but we're not counting on it.
Yeah, we don't depend on
Why not?
Sam.
We
Because
assume
you
you're up all
may-
night anyway.
Yeah,
Just
you
drink.
may or may not be just up drinking or just passed out from drinking.
So Sam,
Not
you've got
predictable enough.
you've got your new suit. Everyone has gone to sleep except for the first watch, whoever that is. Everyone kind of expects you to go to sleep. Do you want to try to go to sleep, or are you gonna try to do something else?
I'm gonna go down to the cellar and see what I can find.
Why not?
Hell yeah.
Head down the cellar. It's
Why
exactly
not?
it's
Which
exactly
cellar?
how you left it.
Yeah,
The
the
wine-
wine,
the wine
cellar or the
sex.
wine cellar.
Is there a difference?
Only in physical geography where
You
they are.
only know where the wine cellar is, so you go there. It is
Yeah,
the way
not
you
the-
left it.
Not the perv room those guys were in.
I need you to you start drinking again. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh my god, reroll. Not much better, 10.
Now, you do still get advantage though. So you get to you can re-roll that.
No.
one
He
hit that you
he
rolled.
gets advantage for being against poison, but he's drunk already, so it goes back to even.
Makes sense.
Don't-
DM can impose disadvantage.
All right. I mean,
And
So
an
yeah, you
advantage
roll the
plus
10. You roll the 10.
disadvantage roll.
Hold on, let me check one thing here. I just gotta make sure I get this right.
Been a long day.
And you've been drinking the entire time, so.
So I was
except for that brief period of time where he decided to give a dwarf a shave.
You consume some more wine. Again, it is absolutely delicious. You're honestly becoming a wine connoisseur at this point. You've always loved beer, but this wine stuff really, it's growing on you. As you're drinking, time kind of
Hints of boysenberry cut with moldy tires from a cart from Cantamont in the winter. Yes, I like this one.
With
time kind of goes by fast, and all of a sudden you're sitting down on a bench that's down there. And you don't even know what time it is anymore, and you don't even know how much you've drank. There's a couple empty wine bottles on the floor, and at this point you reach over and you pat your friend on its back, and your friend Ham is saying, "Sam, I miss you, brother. It's been a long time."
Yeah, I miss you too. Stupid crusade. This crusade sucks.
Damn right, brother. This crusade has been the death of me. Literally.
Huh? You still got it.
Sam. Since you were a wee lad, I was your older brother. And I protected you. And I tried to bring you along the good ways of being a halfling, and brought you into the Secret Sandwich, our little family organization. And I always tried to do the best for you, Sam. Did I do the best for you, Sam?
You did beyond the best for me, Ham. Everything I ever done that's good in the world because of you. All 3 things.
Oh, Sam. If I did the best for you, why did you betray me? and he looks at you with deathly eyes, and you're confused, and you look down and you see Ham's hand holding a knife that's stuck into your gut.
Dear.
And Ham whispers in your ear and he says, "Brother Sam, you better do better than this." And with that, he pushes you onto the floor. You fall over, topple. You're disoriented. You look up, you stand up again, and you're alone in the wine cellar with no wound to your gut. Just a bad nightmare. And with that, you actually notice through passing through the stairwell down into the wine cellar, there's a faint bit of morning light, and the sun is rising. With this, there were no other incidents through the evening. Everyone gets a long rest.
Da, 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 da.
And with that, it's morning time. With you is now Helga and Cleet. Cleet is there too. Kind of, he's saying his goodbyes to the Dryad in the Grove. And
Bob the dinosaur.
And you all head to the wagon with Bob the dinosaur.
So before we got to that, I would have spent the time to cast Speak with Animals again, because I realized that he can't understand me now, and we hadn't really gone over the fact that we won't always be able to talk to each other. So I just want to do like, get like one or two quick signals down.
He's just talking away the whole time.
Give me an.
I don't want
He's
him
like,
to be
"Hey."
talking to me, and
He's like, "Hey, bro, it's good to see you again, man. Are you ready to?
Good
Are you ready
morning,
to? Man, it's good to see you, man. Good times, good times. Are you ready to head out?
yes. But there was one thing that I did not mention yesterday. Not a big deal. I'm sure you'll be cool with it. You're very cool. But I can't always talk to you like this. It takes me.
Oh
about,
man, I know.
Short
You
period of time.
have to do like your meditation to like talk with me, man. I'm deep, man.
Yes.
You got to get on another level, man.
You get it, man. You get it. You're
Don't
so
you worry,
cool.
man.
Okay, so what I need you to do is, if you ever need to talk to me, like you really need to talk to me for whatever reason, I don't imagine that's the case. Again, you're very chill. I just need you to like smack your club tail thing on the ground like 3 times, or maybe like how can I even do this?
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Little
Yeah.
shave and a haircut action.
Yeah.
and then I will cast my ritual and we can chat. How does
Oh
that work?
man, that sounds like a great idea, man. I love the little 2 winks and a haircut. Yeah, I can do that, man. So where, hello, brother. Where are you going? Where are we going, man?
So we need to go from here. I think we just need to start by going north to the river.
Oh man,
And
are you guys going to
Maple.
Agua Dulce?
Yes, we are. Have you been there before?
Man, I go there every week, brother. Man, I know my way.
You are the fucking coolest, my man. Why don't you lead the way?
3 days.
Man, I'll take you there. Don't you worry one bit. I mean, just chill, man. Just chill. Get on the wagon. I'll take you there, brother. Don't worry.
You're a champ, my man.
All right, with that,
Fist bump.
yeah, fist pump, bam.
Obviously.
You all get on the cart, and Cleet says his goodbyes. Like, bye, Tree E, my friend, Tree E. Goodbye, Tree E. And he pops on the cart with a big little smile. He kind of like sits on the back with his feet dangling off the end, kind of kicking him like a little kid, like wee. And Helga sits at the front, kind of stoically looking off in the distance. And as you start to wheel away, she kind of spits on the ground and looks back at the big house and kind of gives a yes. This is a shitty place, if you sure know what I mean.
Would you like us to
Shitty
submit
place or a city place?
Shitty, that's what I said. A shitty place. Do you not-
a
do you
shitty
not-
place or a city place?
Do you not speak? do you not speak common? I said shitty place.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Sunset, do you want to take care of that? I think you know what I mean.
So I would like to point out that the spell's already on its way.
Right?
I'm just trying to decide at which level I cast it at.
Love it.
But the spell is already on its way.
Cool.
All right.
Burn this mother down.
You kind of the wagon kind of goes up the hill, kind of the crests the hill, and you see the plantation kind of spread out behind you. And what would you like to do, Sunset?
Well, so as we're leaving, we still need to be within 120 feet. No, sorry, 150 feet of the big
Nice.
house. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fireball at the.
There's no
Fifth
need to
level.
roll. It goes off.
I
in
want
a-
to know how much damage I.
Okay,
dealt.
roll it out. Roll it out.
That'll be 10d6.
We burn this mother down.
It's getting close to the end of the episode. I just want a quick little shout out to the chat. We've had Warrior Womp Jeff. Thank you so much for chatting. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. We're just 5 friends having fun playing D&D in the world of the 9th Age. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, cheers to you guys. I've been having fun over
Yes.
here talking with Wamp and Jeff. So funny guys.
10,
Come back
20,
again. We'd love to see you.
30, 42, 48, 52 fire damage
52 fire damage.
To a house.
to a house.
This is a wood constructed house with shingled roof. So this is highly flammable. If this was in California, it would probably be illegal. This construction of this house.
Just when
I'm not gonna say you hit it. Your fireball. You cast it. It arcs. It does this grand arc over your head, and then when it lands on the roof. I'm not gonna say like the house just like explodes in an action movie. Like it's not that big of a explosion, but the roof, the crest of the roots, the roof edge along the top, shatters, and you see the roof kind of halfway collapse into the house, and then a few seconds later, you start to see embers burn a little bit more, and then eventually flames start to come up from where the roof collapsed in on itself, and eventually a large fire it starts on the house, and it can. By the time you're like when it's on you're far as the way you can go and still be to see the house, it's fully in flame.
that brings the smile to Helga's face.
That should do it. Yeah.
And exactly as some of you are sitting there watching the horizon, looking where you're going, you can see Helga standing up in the cart with holding herself against one of the banisters, eyes off in the distance, looking at the plantation with just a slight hint of a smile.
Oh,
Smite
good. Do you know how to
number
use it on a spell?
What was that?
I'm gonna ask Helga, does she know how to use a crossbow?
Yeah, yes, I can shoot a crossbow.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my crossbow. I don't need these.
Helga has a crossbow now. Okay, so you successfully, without a doubt, Bob is a great. This is a route that he has traveled weekly to deliver wheat to Agua Dulce. It is approximately a full day's. By the time you get close to Agua Dulce, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. So the sun's an hour or two away from setting. Okay. As you crest the hill in the wagon over... Actually, let me pull up the map here. Hold on 1 second, boys. Let's get back to the map here. Woo! That can go away. All right. As you crest the hill that is leading to the mouth of this river here, you see spread out before you the town of Agua Dulce. It is not nearly as big as Cantamont, it's probably half the size, but it's probably takes up the same amount of area. It's a spread out low city. Instead of being a main keep in the center, the focal point of this city is the docks. It's a large docks with numerous amounts of trade. You see, actually, you know what? Everyone give me a perception check. Everyone give me a perception check. Sam rolled a 2.
He's still drunk. It's fine.
21.
He's sleeping in the cart.
21. Okay. You see like just dozens of merchant ships of different nationalities, but the main ships in the harbor you see the large ship that was the third ship in your group, the one captained by Wah is there.
Oh, wow.
You see
He's gonna get...
You see a large highborn ship that's low slung, white sails, and a like silver, like bow that has like a silver battering ram on the front of it, but you recognize that as a highborn elf ship. And you also see another large ship. This one, it's not as large as the oh, I'm sorry, highborn elf. My bad. Highborn elf.
Oh, no. I was correcting Turkey.
Oh, okay. And you see a third ship. Like these are the 3 largest ships in the dock. The rest are medium-sized or smaller merchant ships. And this third ship is has a large. This is your most stereotypical classic medieval ship, sailing ship. You notice this, you definitely recognize this as coming from the Empire Sonstal, and at the bow of the ship is a gold statue of a maiden carrying a shield and a sword rising up out of the bow. As the docks in this city is the major part of the city with the most activity, and then leading up a small hill, there's second 2 to 3 story buildings all the way up until on top of the center hill. It's not a very tall hill, but it's one hill. There's one spire leading up that in size is, in height, it dwarfs everything else in the city. It's the tallest building in the city is maybe 2 to 3 stories. This is like 10 stories. It's a spire. So that's the city. That's what you see. But probably the thing that is craziest, or even before you even see the city, you see the explosions and the yelling. You hear the explosions and the yelling of something happening in the city. And literally as you're cresting the hill, you see a sea turtle that is approximately the size of like 4 city buses put together. Huge, gigantic sea turtle crawling with its, like, it's not a land turtle, it doesn't have paws. It's a sea turtle that has fin, like, flippers, that's the right word. It's flippering its way up off of the dock into the city. Literally, its flippers are like demolishing buildings as it does this. And Sunset, you were the only one with keen enough eyes to see this. On top
Really?
of
None
its...
of us noticed the giant
No.
sea turtle?
You all noticed that, but
Okay.
Sunset notices
Never
the
mind.
things after this. Strapped to the back of this turtle's giant shell. I mean, this shell is a diameter of 50 feet. Strapped to the back of this shell is a familiar sight. It is the sarcophagus, the coffin, the relic that was Sir Lanval's tomb.
Hell yeah.
And riding on...
Or hell
and-
no, I'm not sure.
And riding on top of this coffin is a figure, riding it like surfing it like a surfboard. And this figure is almost indistinguishable. It's like he's all black. There's no contours, there's no it's just he's a silhouette, a black silhouette. And he's got one hand, his left hand out, holding what looks like, floss, like tiny ropes that lead down to the head of this giant turtle, reins that he's holding, and above his head is an axe. He's holding an axe. The axe of a Khan.
Don't say.
The dark god of gluttony. And this giant turtle is swimming up the city, destroying. You can hear screams of people coming this far across the river. And with that, we will end tonight's session as you see this horrific sight. Actually, no, we're gonna end it with, at this time, Bob kind of. He didn't have to do the ritual. He just does this mentally, 2 to load, and he says, "Man, this is a real bummer." And that's it. Thank you all for watching. First question that we always ask is, what would be the name of this episode? We had one in the middle of the episode that I already forgot.
Can't remember what it was either.
Search for pants.
The search for pants.
It's
Something to do with the search for pants, something to do with the Purple Rain pimp outfit, something to do with Bob the pothead Thyroscutus.
I don't know. I think search for pants, but I don't think we found an almost naked lady in a basement is a good name. So,
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Or no, it's got to
or
be,
it could be we killed slavers part 2.
Warrior
Electric
Womp.
Boogaloo.
Warrior Womp just did hit the nail on the head. Bildo
Bildo
Swaggins.
Swaggins.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think.
I
that covers
mean,
everything.
am I
Yeah,
wrong here, guys?
it.
Am I wrong?
No, we're
Not at all.
that's it.
Pretty solid. Pretty
Not
solid.
at all. I'm good with it.
Well done.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Hey, if you are unfamiliar with this channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. We're playing D&D tonight, but my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel, is dedicated to the 9th Age, which is a rank and flank strategy war game that we play all the time. So, hey, check it out, and we will see you next week. Next week, I will be living in New York. I'm currently in San Francisco.
Holy shit.
Next week, I will be in the city of New York, Nuevo York, Nuevo York. So, see you next time.
See you later, all.
See everyone.